Good morning, traders. I hope you're having a good day, and as usual, it's always a good day to trade. So, without further ado, let's begin. Well, today in crude oil, in our fifth trade in crude oil, we have shorted at crude oil, but it is a very actually I have shorted at an extremely risky position, which I shouldn't have shorted at, but at that time, it was a really good opportunity. That was I was saw it and I shorted. The shorted position, as you could see, the first reason why I shouldn't have shorted here, the distance between the candlestick and the 20 period moving average. The distance, there is really good chance that the candlestick might go and take resistance back again at moving average, and at that point I should have shorted. So it was a really bad mistake from my side, but I entered a bit early, and because of that I have to keep my stop loss a bit higher. But because of loss in Bank Nifty in the early morning session, there are very few points that do affect in this trading session. It's purely psychological points, and it was the risk management and as well as the wait, or you could say the waiting period in this thing, which I absolutely missed this thing. So watch this video till the end and you will understand what I meant by that. So first let me give you the reason why I've shorted here at this particular point. So reason number one, the crude oil was falling from the morning on itself. So that is really good reason for shorting because there was a really good selling pressure already present in the market. Reason number two was the US oil got rejected from a really good resistance area, which was its previous support, and now it has taken resistance and it has got rejected from that area. Hence, the crude oil was falling from the morning itself. So that was the main reason why I've shorted this thing. The third reason, this was the reason which fixed it. The thing is, in a higher time frame, the US oil has crossed the 20 period moving average itself, and that was a really good indication that the market has actually turned a bit negative, and there's a really high probability that market would fall 30 points from here, and it did fall 30 points from here, but we didn't capture 30 points. We captured just 12 points, which was a really big blunder from my side, and I left a really big chunk of money on the table itself. So that was a big mistake. So these were the reasons, main reasons, as you've seen, why I've shorted in the crude oil. Well, further are some of the clips from the US oil. This was the pattern which I have seen, and as you could see, the 20 period moving average was crossing over, and I shorted exactly at that point. And my exit point was the next support area. As you could see, I've an exit there, and it was a really good 30 points move which I want to capture in this thing, but I didn't capture eventually. And let me so the main point is that for the psychology, as I've already made a loss in the morning in Bank Nifty, my psychology was to recover the losses rather than to go for a profitable trade. So that was a really bad psychology or bad attitude to stay in the market or to trade with that attitude in the market. So what happened was, as you could see this candle and the next candle forming, the candle actually got a pin and it moved ahead and formed a really green bullish candle. And at that particular point, my stop loss was just 3 points away from this candle's high. So I think 3 to 2 points away, and I understand that this trade has already gotten against us, and I should have I should prepare us for a loss. So I've done that thing, but as you could see, the candle actually reversed, and it formed a really good negative pin or a bearish pin kind of formation, and the crude oil started to fall, actually from that point of time. But as you could see, the first consolidation, the market has already tested my, you could say, my limit and my patience to hold this thing. So I did the one thing every trader should avoid, that is start aggressive trading. Sometimes it's good, and actually start a early exit, which is extremely bad. You place your target because of a certain situation. You should always wait for that target to get achieved, and never exit without taking the. So after you could see the fall happening, the US oil also started falling majorly. But the in US oil, as it was falling at from on the morning itself, it formed a really good triangle pattern, and which has high probability that it was going to break upside. So one thing could do was to trail my stop loss, and that was the most logical thing that I could do at that point. So I did that itself. As you could see, the red line now indicates my stop loss, and I start trailing it a bit aggressively. Now, as soon as the one thing is, as I've known crude oil, the crude oil once it start begin to fall, it fall in a really good flow, and I knew that thing. But in my back of mind, my psychology was telling me it's profitable. Cut it out. You have recovered your losses. Wait till your losses are recovered, and as soon as it start forming a pin or it start going against you, get out of the trade. So it was the really bad decision I've made, because as soon as market start going against my favor or my thing, I you could see I trailed my SL, and I got exited out of the market. But the story doesn't end here. The market did eventually fall, and it fall till a target of 30 points. So I missed roughly around 5 to 6,000 rupees profit, just because of my wrong attitude and an early exit. And the wrong attitude or the wrong psychology was because of my previous failure in Bank Nifty. So if you are trading this thing, your attitude or your psychology should be really good for trading, and you should know where you want to get out of the trade, and where you want to stay and hold the trade for a long period of time. I certainly failed to do that thing, and I got out of roughly around 2,400 rupees profit, and miss around 5 to 6,000 rupees, which could have covered my this week's target. So that's it for today, traders. I hope you like this thing about my psychology. Hope you would learn something new from this thing, and you would definitely smash that like button. Don't forget to comment down below if you think that you have learned something new, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe, and don't forget to press that notification bell so you would be notified when we come online. And thank you for watching. Well, if you're interested in trading and trading related topics, these are my two playlists. You definitely could watch some good videos in them.